Alrighty guys, welcome. Mic check. I think I fixed the issues from yesterday. I'm muted, that's a good thing. And just to let you guys know, I've just executed on a sell actually. As always guys, good morning, good afternoon, and very good evening. Based on the little interruption play, I was just about to let my members know. I just saw it literally just there on the M30. So I've pretty much just opened a sell. I'm about 6 pips in profit. The entry exactly was 33. What is that message? Sorry, 33.22.23. So I'm currently running about 6.5 pips on that. I will go over it. Look, it's still around the level. I mean, it's popping back up towards the entry level. So I believe it's a pretty good entry based on a setup that is relatively new to our trading. But anyway, guys, without further ado, let's have a good one. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening again. And let's start with the analysis, guys. If you could, also don't forget YouTube, smash the like button, TikTok, smash that little screen for me. A little bit tired, but I am nonetheless on the stream. So let's have a good one, guys, and let's take a look at the news. There is some high-impact news for the pound to come in a few minutes from now. So I'd be cautious trading the pound if you are CPI, and we do have the forecast to be more than the previous reading. So off the back of that, and it's likely to be a good thing for the strength of the pound. So if you are trading the pound, just be wary of that news. You might want to secure positions prior to it. Alrighty, guys. So let's do the analysis. Let's have a look at the gold. So I'm currently in a trade, guys. I've got my entry based off that particular candle. This is what the actual entry looks like. What did I say? 33.22.23. And that is the low of that particular candle on my broker's chart. So that's what I'm currently in. And the target is pretty much the daily low. And the stop loss is above the swing point here. But without further ado, I will take a look at the top down. We'll start with the weekly time frame. So the weekly here, we do have the candle with a low high, low low to a previous candle. So again, off the back of that, probabilities are to the downside. Let me just start the music, background music as well. So we're forming bearish with low high, low low to that previous strong bearish candle. We'll make our way down to the daily time frame here. The daily also has counter probabilities being to the downside. We did have previous daily closing back a strong bearish candle, current candle pulling back within that candle itself. I'm currently running a fair bit of drawdown, but all good. Still happy to keep the trade as is. So again, counter probabilities are to the downside here on the daily time frame as well. Again, pulling back within our own candle low, just broken the high of the day onto the 4-hour time frame, and that is also technically bearish in structure. So we've got the daily candles, weekly candles as well. To the downside, we've got the 4-hour structure being bearish. Let's just mark in some support and resistance. This candle is about to close. It's a bit of a tricky one, to be honest, with this one about to close. Kind of wanting the next one just to create a lower week, get me to a point where I can get to at least break even and begin to manage the trade. So we are technically bearish here. We'll mark that level in because we will confirm support shortly. As far as resistance, we've got that as the most immediate resistance to the downside. And this whole time, it looks like it's going to just melt into this clean candle. It's just a short-lived impulse to the downside and it pops back up. But very, very slow momentum, not really much momentum in the push to the downside. But however, once again, we are technically bearish now. Make our way down to the M15 time frame, and let's have a look at what that is telling us. So the M15, structurally, it is bullish and it will remain bullish till above this particular swing point here. So I'm just going to adjust this zone. We're just going to adjust the zones, sending the chart up a little bit. We've just obviously broken through a resistance. All right, tapping into that. So that's the swing there. That is the IC 30-minute candle itself. So we're going to mark in that as resistance now. All right, so obviously I'm going to see how this trade goes. Actually, we're going to track it down to this support. And what I'm going to be looking at is if if it actually pops back down to that support, I'd be definitely interested in buying it from above that level. At that point, I'd safely be at break even. I'd probably consider closing the majority of the trade either way on the sell option. So if we did pop back down to support, then I would be interested in looking for some buys trading the daily candle, which is forming bullish. So it's trading line for the actual formation of the daily candle. Within the daily candle, we've created a low, created resistance, created a higher high, higher low. So if we do pop back down, confirm an equal low, maybe a W formation off the back of that, I will contemplate my options to take a potential buy above. However, if we were to begin to break the support formed on the move to the upside within the current daily candle, which is forming bullish, then I would also contemplate potential sell off the back of that. The indicator seems to have changed its time frame by itself. It's strange. So again, if we were to continue bullish, then there is not much need to pop back down and break through support. If we do so, then there's a high probability we would come back down towards the daily low. So off the back of that, I would be considering my sell options from below that point to take back down to the support. Furthermore, so that's the next potential level of resistance. So if price was to come up, again, off the back of the actual daily candle probabilities, which are still bearish, and the weekly candle probabilities, which are still obviously bearish as well. If we were to reject that zone, then irrespective of the 15-minute structure, I'd just be awaiting a price action catalyst from that level to look for a potential opportunity to take a sell from higher up. So this particular entry is a really small, I call like a feeler position. It is a newer type of entry that we're using within the group. We've been testing it out on the really high time frame, to be honest. Not yet to test it out so much on the minor time frame. But as far as the higher time frame, we've been testing it out for a few weeks now, and it works really well based on the 4 hour. So that is the goal, guys. Hopefully that makes sense. Buys above that particular swing point would also be a potential option. Got some clean traffic to the left. So if we pop above that point, then I would consider my options to take a buy again. So if we come from the current level from the support without any sort of pause within, I would require some sell pressure prior to it. Then wait for buyers to wipe out those sells, pop back above the resistance, and then consider my options to take a buy on the gold. So that is what I'm currently looking at, guys. Hopefully that makes sense. If you're not currently in a trade, I'd be patient. And I'd probably now wait for a stronger confirmation. So that's it. That's what I'm currently looking at. Let me quickly scope through the chat. YouTube, then TikTok. Franco Mike's working, fantastic. Chibble, mate, I feel like you can probably tell my voice, to be honest. Had a pretty big night last night, to be honest. Not a huge one, but still enough to feel it a little bit this morning. Still made it to the gym though. Still made it to the gym, which is a good thing. Trying to sweat it all out. Paulo, always, mate, always. Why aren't you here, mate? Told you long enough ago for you to get your ass over here. Still welcome, still here for quite a while, so if you're interested, we'll sort out. It's Remix, so Cheese, g'day to you, mate. Morning to you. Tony Gold, can you check EU? Yep, I'll have a look at it for sure, shortly. Borna, hello to you. Carly got gold chase a bit different to mine, buyers of gold at the moment. Well, you're winning the arm wrestle, aren't you? So nice one, mate. To be honest, I was more focused on this particular, again, the new entry is based more on the 30 here. Than looking for the buys, but the buys don't actually look that bad, to be honest, after the fact. Yeah, just here. Would have been a pretty good entry, personally, if I was to execute on a buy. Looking for sells higher up. Yep. Too Smooth TV, secured fire owner buys done. Nice one. Appreciate what you do for the trading community. Appreciate you. Even if I take losses, still, dish out some golden nuggets for you guys. Borna, yes, it's unbanned. The appeal got approved. Yeah, so we'll see. Running the VPN as well, so far so good. I think I may fix the issues with the internet dropping out every 5 seconds. TikTok, g'day to you guys. I'll have a look at EU shortly. Otherwise, let me have a look at TikTok first. well off chain, or you see any pattern on this chart. Got again a particular new, it's a new entry. I don't personally trade it much on, especially the 30. I mean, I do trade it on the 15. Generally speaking, I'll have to get involved in this particular entry after this particular candle prints, but we're taking the what we call the delayed version of it lately, which on the high time frame works really well. So I'm happy to take the risk. Again, it's a really small position because I'd be happy to sell it from higher up as well, even if I did get stopped out prior to an opportunity to sell from higher up. Let me once again go back through the chat. Got Samurai retest pull another drop potentially. No? Yes, I am. Fraz, anyone else lost? I'm not lost yet. Well, some might say I am, but it's a different story. Looking to swing back up from here, 34.23, Mikey Lavelle. Fair enough. Everyone's got their own plan. Fraz, 33.20, got my profit. Emotions got to me and lost 200. Well, that's all part of trading, to be honest, mate. Emotions creep in. That's why you only should be risking what, comfortable risking. You should have the plan and follow that plan. So for me, again, I know this is a more impulsive type of entry. It doesn't await an actual signal candle, the candle I call the catalyst. It's just price pulling back to a particular level, which tapping into a candle that's printed on the move down, which we call the pause. Yeah, I see candle. You waiting for London session? Not no. Again, I'm currently in a small position, guys. But with this particular entry, it's basically pretty much you go for broke. Is not the best way to put it. But what I mean by that is I don't manage it. So at the minute, it's very small positions because as far as trade management, it's either going to hit full stop loss or it's going to get to the 1-to-1. I mean, I'll get to break even and secure probably, this is a discussion point, I'd like to secure probably about 75%. Others will probably only secure 50. So that's my plan. So what I'm going to do is if it taps into this zone and I don't get taken out prior to it, then that's where I'll probably secure 75%. And that will be about 25 or so pips by the looks of it. I think so. And I'll just let the rest run. But again, could take me out prior to it. Can I check NQ? Shortly, I just need to check EU first. There's the deck. G'day to you. Geo. Boo. You're talking about me, mate. You're another vlog if that's the case. But anyway, EU, and then NQ. Ooh, EU dumping. So a lot of strength in the DXY at the minute. And then what you need to also consider is later today, it's a big one. There is FOMC. So that is something to be wary of. That is obviously quite deep into MI session. It's just past midnight my time, so local time. So definitely won't be trading it. Definitely won't be in the charts for it. But let's look at EU printing a very strong bearish candle. So I start to refer to the current weekly candle. And what I mean by that is obviously it's pretty bearish. So I'll be looking for either continuation below the low or pullbacks to previous levels for resistance to once again form to look for a potential option to take a sell. You got daily candle probabilities also to the downside. So once again, off the back of that, still looks to me like there is potential for it to come down further, but there is not a great deal of margin to the next support here on the daily. So fast approaching support. Onto the 4-hour time frames, we can see we're very close to that support just now. So in this situation, the 4-hour structure itself is technically, you'd have to argue it's bearish. It's a swing here, that's the high structure. Retested it, failed to close above it. So to me, it's bearish. But what you would need to consider is the fact that we're at support. So probably not the best time to be looking for continuation sells. So you're either going to be looking for pullback sells or potential buys. But buys, you need to to tick off a few things. First of all, strong support. It's a 4-hour level, lines up some previous resistance, and once again, it's a daily support also that level. So that's one tick. Now onto the 30. So the 30-minute structure itself, if it pops back down and closes below the Asian session lows, then what it's going to do is confirm a lower low, and then your swing point as to where structure will flick back bullish would be above this particular level here. So that could be another potential catalyst. What we're going to do is just mark in. We're not going to mark in that yet. It's not confirmed. We're going to mark in that level just there. Change it to blue. All right. Would be really nice if it creates another little swing here and then taps in, and then you've got a structure flip from a little bit lower down. But otherwise, you definitely need some sort of structure to form. But I would prefer for the buys just because it's at a really strong level. So maybe correlate it with like a nice strong hourly candle closing. Maybe even if it's bullish engulfing within it, you've got some 15-minute structure. Maybe it's the upside. You could even have to drag this down. So this is maybe could open up some sell options, but we've got support just here as well. I'm gonna leave it deep then. So that's what I'd be waiting for. I'd be waiting for either the pullback sells, or I'd be waiting for buys from the support, and that is how I would be playing EU NQ. Also seems to be very bearish. So everything's in a bit of a sell-off phase. So strength in the DXY. To be honest, I haven't quite caught up with all the news. But let's take a look at NQ. So the weekly forming a very strong bearish engulfing candles. Once again, back of that, I'd be more inclined to look for either continuation sells or sells upon a pullback. Let's just mark in a low. Daily, lower high, lower low. If we want to continue bearish, don't necessarily need to pop back up and break our own high, so we're going to mark that level in as well. Onto the 4-hour. Bearish as well. Currently out of support. We are appearing to be running out of a bit of steam. I'll just mark that whole level in. I'll adjust it shortly once I go down to the minor time frame. Sort of downside. Got level there at 23,140 to 23,100. To the upside, we'll mark in on the minor time frame. All right, so let's just adjust this. Let's remove it. And let's just focus on the most recent levels of price action. All right. So we'll use that. And what I can see is the structure is also bearish on this particular time frame. All right. So therefore, NQ, I would prefer to sell it so long as we remain below this particular resistance. If it starts to pop above 23,395.50, at that point, you're going to start to flip the structure in the minor time frame. So that could be your confirmation to look for some buys bouncing off. Again, it's a level of support as well on the higher time frame. The 4-hour low of that wick. So potential level where it could reverse, but I'd also look for rejection, preferably higher up. But if it does just pull back to create that lower high, off the back of that as well, I do believe there is high probability of it coming back down towards the daily low. Below the daily low as well, again, continuation. You've got clean chart to the left. Sometimes it looks too good to be true, similar to gold. And again, it could be, if that is the case, because the higher time frame structure is technically bullish, not I actually look at it. But a lot of time, these pullbacks within the high time frame bullish trend are pretty shallow ones compared to the impulses to the upside. As we can see over here to the left, I mean, it did make a pretty clean move to the downside there as well. But you definitely want to see, in my opinion, a closure below. So retest the daily low, close below it, and then look for some sells below. That should read sells, not buys. And that's pretty much how I would go about NQ, to be honest. Gold looking like I may get stopped out in this early entry. Where's the drawings gone? Ah, shit. I need to chart up IC markets. IC markets candle is a couple minutes out, guys, if you're not aware. So I'm gonna have to quickly draw in this chart, because otherwise we're going to be looking at it thinking that the candle's got 2 minutes left, where really it's just closed. But Don't ask me why, but it is on MetaTrader. That's how it is. So I'm going to mark in that as resistance. Mark in that as support. And we're going to mark in 4-hour level as well at all those. Just adjust that. And yeah, all done. Alrighty guys. What have we here today? Or who have we? Just Move TV, how do you stream, try and get into it? Just the different streaming programs, lack of a better word. Sorry guys, my brain's not switched on entirely today. I use Streamlabs and TikTok Studio for TikTok. Especially more into you, Gold Sniper. Yeah, based off this particular price tapping into this level, but it is pushing through it. But all good. I'm looking for further sells. I'm happy to get stopped out because it's a really small, very small risk, to be honest. Like, not even a quarter. So I'm just trying. I like to test things out live. When I'm trialing an entry, I prefer to have I call it forward testing, where you've got some skin in the game. And I just do it on a really small position, so there is absolutely no emotion attached. It'll be like maybe like a $10, $20 loss or something. There's absolutely no emotions attached. You could just do it on demo. That's what most do. Or backtesting. We are backtesting it on the higher time frame, but I just choose to have a little bit of skin in the game as well. Members, here is a link, by the way. And let me get back to TikTok as well. Gosh, that'd be going to get currently waiting. Yep. Back to Matrix, what's your buy for gold, mate? Well, seeing we're at a resistance, I'm not going to buy it into it. I'd rather sell it. There is bullish momentum though, so if I was to look for a buy, what I mentioned before is because seeing we come from the support, it's a pretty big push. I'd rather it trigger in sellers, trap those sellers, close above the resistance, and then I would look for options to buy it. Otherwise, I'm happy just to look at, be on the lookout for potential sells from the current level. Buys above on the pullback and sells below support here, 33.1713. Sell. Yep. As far as me calling a trade, I need to wait for a confirmation. Don't have it just yet, but it's at a pretty good level to look for sell. User, what's the confirmation? So it just depends. Could be either one of two things. Could be a little bit of support to form on the minor time frame and price begin to pull away from the support up below it, or could be bearish engulfing candles, for instance, as well, or liquidity candles. So long, massive upper wicks, only to close back below. Within that, it'll likely got a 5-minute support that's been broken and engulfed. So off the back of that, that is also a potential option to consider. But it just depends on what presents at the time. I have different price action catalysts that I look out for. And at the minute, there is not one whatsoever. And again, to the upside, if this thing pushes, I'm not chasing it because it's already pushed from these lows. Just to pop above that point, it's going to push around 80 pips. So I want to trigger in sellers prior to considering any options to buy it from the current level. Fitness by Tamia. I enjoy fitness. Went to train this morning, even after being out relatively late yesterday. Is that trade? Well, as far as learning to trade that, probably just TradingView. So what I'm streaming, what I'm using here, so what the display screen is, it's for free. You can chart, you can use a few indicators on the free version. Hard. Please recommend good ETF markets to buy. Long, please. It's not financial advice. What about NASDAQ? Yeah, well, pretty much the same as NQ. I've already looked at NQ. So NQ, in my opinion, is more of a sell. NASDAQ is pretty much going to be the exact same. Yeah, they do look pretty much the exact same at the moment. So just follow that. Sells below, confirm a structure flip above 23,395.50. Otherwise, I'd be looking for sell confirmations. Probably don't find out the margin to sell on this potential bearish candle closure. Have a look at the 5. There is any? Not really. Yeah, if you're waiting for it to pop the daily low. Cool. Okay. Ryan Mendes, are we going green tomorrow? Is into the upside. Who knows? See. Right, oh wait. Happy for you. Yeah, no name was. God knows for how long though. We'll see. Gonzalo, I see you from Paraguay. No, my friend, not from Paraguay. What Forex you trade? Well, as far as technically Forex, I'm not. I'm trading gold. Forex pairs, GJ. Not looked at it yet. It doesn't look great as per the usual. I have not traded it for a long time. Last time I traded, I was stuck in a trade for about an hour only to get break even. So it was frustrating. EA is one I'm paying a little bit more attention to these days, looking at a little bit. The fact of the matter is there's not a great deal of volume at the minute. This time of year, it's, you know, a lot of the traders are over in the UK and the US, the big firms and hedge accounts and all that, family fund managed accounts, all that sort of stuff. They're still on breaks and that, a lot of them. So the volume would kick in, should hopefully kick in at the start of the new month, because a lot of these charts are just heavy consolidation. Gold's been the exact same. Gold's been just really choppy. But we'll see. So it's rejecting just now, guys. Let's see if we get any sort of confirmation. A little 5-minute support, so perhaps a 15-minute engulfing candle. Will that close the 30 bearish? Close it potentially bearish, or it could even close weak bullish. Look, back of that, it could be a confirmation to actually price action catalyst to sell it. So we're going to wait just over 6 minutes though for that confirmation. And then we could maybe get involved in some sell options. Training so cool. Yeah, I enjoy it. It's boring at the same time, but can be very rewarding. Be patient. Gonzalo strategy. It's pretty much my own. It's based on price action at predetermined levels. There's many different ways I can get involved in a trade. But it's pretty much just a waiting price action signal at the level I want to get involved. That's what I'm currently doing. So it's not A.C.T or SMC or any of that. I mean, you have an A.C.T entry, but that's not to be mistaken with A.C.T. It's not the same thing. So ours is totally different. Ours is the interruption candle, is what we call it. Dylan, you're in crypto right now, Ethereum. Nice one. Ethereum's appears to have taken over from Bitcoin of late. Not sure if you meant to say right, Greeks, but anyway, Greeks are looking neutral, bullish, and volume's crazy bullish, especially tomorrow Thursday. Dylan just trying to get good enough to get funded. Yeah, just take time, mate. Patient. But prop firms require a lot of patience because there are some very strict rules you need to follow. Still learning and taking notes and doing demos. Yeah, it's a good way to go about it, mate, for sure. Better to do that rather than jumping straight in. Uzi, CPI, was it? I still haven't even looked. What was the reading? Yep, so greater than the forecast. So it should be a good thing for the pound. DJ's dropping though. Bit of strength in the end, by the looks of things. EU did push to the upside. Quickly do it because we've got 3 minutes to wait a potential catalyst here on gold as well. Just quickly do the top down. Weekly, it's a weak bearish candle compared to the previous candle. Still, you look for levels within it or continuation sells below. Daily candle probabilities are to downside, marking the low and high of it. See what you got either side. And onto the 4 hour. Structurally, that's also confirmed a flip. It is bearish. Tuck that in. And 30 or 15 is totally up to you guys. I prefer to trade slower moving currency pairs on the 30. I consider the majors to be that. Some resistance here that's trying to close above. Yeah, so it's a bit of a mess, to be honest. It's tapped into some consolidation here to the left for resistance. So to be honest, I look for rejection, bit of support, and price begins to pop below support, maybe a potential sell below it. Otherwise, you really want to see a clean move to cut through that. He's currently rejecting, then pull back for some buys or rejection for sells. Don't want to miss gold, so let's focus, guys. Let's quickly watch it before we miss a potential opportunity here. So more focused on the 30-minute time frame now. The 30-minute would be the entry off the back of that. You got 15 closing. By the looks of things, strong bearish. You got 5-minute creating a lower low. Got support here. It's broken and closed below the support. So this could be one, guys, where I may choose to market execute as price creates an upper wick. I may go about it that way. But I want this to be honest, I'd love for the 30 to close back bearish. Price looking for that. But it still would be valid because we're tapped into a level of resistance here on the 15 and we're closing weak bullish on the 30, so we've begun to break below. So again, need the upper wick, and then the entry is either going to be upon continuation as it breaks the low of this candle to the downside, or you could just, again, I might consider an earlier entry, trusting that this level will hold. Again, it's a little bit riskier, but it means you get in at a slightly better rate, obviously. Looks like the 30 may close back bearish. Hush off, beautiful shooter. Definitely will not touch crypto now, nor am I, to be honest. Uzi all good. Alright, so let's see, guys. 10 seconds remaining, so I'll let you know as quickly, I'll keep you posted as quickly as I can, but that's what we're looking at. Sells below the 30-minute candle low, or on the upper wick of the new candle. So we want it to pop straight up, though, that's the thing. Alright, I'm gonna market execute right now. So my entry. 33, 23, 70. Stop loss is back above the high, and the target will be the support. Again, I will get to break even and consider managing entries prior to it. That's what I'm currently looking at, guys. So yeah, so pretty much at the entry just now. No risk, no fire in Mojo Live. Yeah, I'm hesitant with crypto because a lot of it is at all-time highs. But everyone, each to their own. I mean, if you're really into it and really have conviction in it, then you know it's up to you. There was in gold from yesterday evening at 33.17, stop loss 33.12. Nice one. Oh, reach your stop loss and from 33 went. Yeah, it happens, mate. It happens. It's all part of it. All part of trading. Oh, Sniper Diamond Days jumping in like a madman. It's great. Yeah, it's strange because by now you would have had probably about 10 trades in the first 5 minutes of the stream. Not being a smartass, but you know it too. I remember those days. But yeah, this is the trade within trade. This is a normal position too, guys. The other one was a smaller. Again, it's still running the other one. It's in a 15-pip drawdown. So, but we are pretty much at entry on this position. Hey, it's me. Check the mid gold, and I am on gold at the moment. DE40 M triple Z, g'day to you. Alright. We're flipping here, guys. Nice. Alright, so we've got about 5 ticks on the table. Bros, I'm in a trade because I do have the confirmation to suggest it may come down. But I don't have the crystal ball to confirm that. All I can do is just trade with my plan, trade what I see, and react. So again, we've got about 4.5, 5 pips on the table. Let's see, guys. We want to drop a bit more. M Marwin, I am, yep. K5 meme, sorry. Okay, yes, meme. Check NQ. You mean NQ? Checked it before. Currently in a trade, so let me just focus on that and I'll have a look after you. For you, Mojo Live here, bro. That's the word. Would like to hear. We're flipping it. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Don't want to break its own high again though. If it does, then probably start to manage it a little bit, and that will be just a little bit of drawdown if that's the case. Longer trades only, dollar sniper, no more that crap. Fair enough, mate. It's less stressful. Alright, so we'll see. We're back in the entry now. Usually been long since 7:30 PM. Zam, I'll just call you Zam. Sell now. Well, I'm currently in a sell. You know, just a tiny bit of drawdown. Now back at entry, we'll see. So this is my current live position. But off the back of 30-minute rejection as well. It's a weak closure at a level of resistance on the 15, leaving long up a week. To me, suggesting that we're potentially grab equity from the upside. We've still got the weekly forming strong bearish probabilities being bearish. Still got daily lower high, lower low. Previous candle was strong bearish as well. So to me, there's enough confluences to look for this potential entry. Whether it works or not, we just have to wait and see. July, South Africa, it's 8:34 in the morning. Trade 08, all good, mate. Thanks for joining the stream. Aslan, what are you using to see the graph? This chart, what app? This is TradingView. That's what you're asking. DE40. I'm gonna sell at the minute. Come on, you good thing. 5 pips on the table, let's see. Stand up. Call you Vim, TP please. So target will be the support, but I'll definitely secure some prior to it, and I'll definitely get to break even prior to that. So just a little bit stubborn, needs to break the low of that previous candle. Keeps popping down towards it, but it keeps respecting it. As soon as it breaks that candle's low, it should be pretty good. Mr. TP 3340. You're in a buy, fair enough. I'm gonna sell, so. Raza, g'day to you, welcome. Pakistan, I'm currently in Thailand, but I'm from Australia. Come on, gold. Goodbye to Golden Pro. You don't usually get it on YouTube, but you're a honor. Come on, go. Zam, you mean no sell, bro? Sell now or? I don't know what you mean. I mean a sell, mate. Naturalist, bit of a tongue twister. Yes, I'm weary of that, or not, sorry, I understand that. I do know it's been selling the last few days. Yeah, I'm just following my plans. I'm back in a bit of a drawdown. Pashalok and Uzi, guys, thank you so much for stickers, do appreciate it. Arslan, what app do you use to buy? This is not, mate, this is not crypto. My broker, I'll type it in the chat, it's not CoinSpot. I trade gold on Coin, or not that I know of anyway. Keys, thank you to you as well. Just select sticker. Partial off, mate. Going to town. Here's my friend. Hikes short from 3,500. Wow. 1,200. It's not going to 1,200. Look good, but I doubt it. Going to you. Alright, so ways to manage this. You could just wait for the 15 to close. If it closes bullish, cut half. Then I don't want to be too quick to manage it. I've got a 5-minute trying to form some bullish, well, it is not bullish structure itself, but trying to form support again. Yeah, back of that, I might close half actually. Yeah, I'm going to close half. I'm going to close half, guys. So that's, what, about minus 7 pips, I think it was. So we'll see. Thank you to the new followers. Gold is taking a piss out of me again today. Shadow, all good. Why do people think crypto? I don't get it. I don't know, mate. XAUUSD, what crypto is that? Tough time, guys. Tough week. I remember the last time I took 2 losses back to back on stream. It's been a while. Hikes. Happy for you. Shadow. It has been really tricky. But it's all good. Again, hard to trade. If you can't accept it, you're never ever gonna make it as a trader. Not every week's gonna be a winning week. I'm scared. Partial off. Right. Thank you, my friend. That Chillis. For some reason, I feel we're going to 3,400. What do you think? You know, I've been losing money from gold. Yeah, you should only be losing what you can afford to, though. Again, it's all planned. So, I mean, it's in your risk. Prior to the entry, you should know where you're getting involved. You should know how you're going to go about managing it. Gold sniper, 70%. It's in stop crazy power. That's stop loss hit. Stop loss is nowhere near hitting. 70%. Jesus. I don't know what to say to that. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that, to be honest, but what can you say? ND, yes. Yes, I am in. I've already closed partials in a drawdown. Just managing it, being strict with it. It's not a big stop loss anyway. We're talking about, it's not even 20 pips. Oh, sorry, it is. It's about 23 pips. So I've closed half at around -7. TikTok today max 3,400. Partial off. Appreciate it, mate. Thank you once again. Naturalist. Yes, of course, what I can afford. Well, that's it. It's the only way to go about trading. As soon as you really start to get emotional and you can't accept a loss, it's when shit hits the fan. It's when you do stupid shit, like re-answering straight away, thinking, okay, I get in now higher. Like for instance, if I just said myself, right, I'm in drawdown, closed half, but I can get in higher up, I might add a position. You start doing stupid shit like that. For me, if there was a re-entry, it'd be upon the break of the 5-minute support now. That would actually make sense. You need a technical reason. Sarah, some thoughts on NVIDIA? What at 179.60 a few days ago? Yeah, I'm not into equities. I don't follow any of them. We'll look at it perhaps later if you can remind me. To be honest, I don't like trading them. I don't like the fact there's gaps everywhere, market open and close and that. So 92, yes. So USD 361. No, I'm not. I don't claim to be, but I am confident in what I do. Comfortable in what I do. Accepting of what I do in regards to what it can return and what, you know, I could lose. You need to, again, is just as important. in data, you can bro, just lay out, will not reach take profit. Yeah, we'll see. Might not. And again, that's all fine if it doesn't. I'm not bothered at all. Where's TP? TP is back down at support roughly. Yawn, is it candle hammer? The 30, it's a doji. It's one of those spinning top candles, I think people call it. It's a doji closed back right, it's open. Still stuck in drawdown, guys, so if you wanted to really manage it, you could just close it full if it broke the high, that previous bullish candle. And I'm keeping it open for the time being. Lewis, not yet. I have cut half the trade in a drawdown. Just manage it. Like I say, I always say to you guys, I never take full losses, never. Because then it's a lot easier to cover when it goes for you. So I closed half of -7, and now it's only a couple pips in drawdown, so I can still make a profit from this trade. Yeah, I am in the trade. Meds, what I think gold for London, well, we respect this level. I think there's a good chance we still could come down. We've got session open in shortly, just under 30 minutes. Hello 01, or sell too early? Maybe, who knows, we'll see. Are you too early? Again, we'll see, guys, we'll see. I'm accepting of the risk, so either way, not asking you guys, not twisting your arm to take the trade. You guys do what you want. Dan, how long did you take you to grasp trading? Oh, probably a good 4 years. Really, that was more an emotional battle more than anything. We're basically back at entry, guys, so we'll see. But I started the other way around. I started swing trading, started crypto as well. So, Dad, you should do what your analysis suggests. So now we're running safely into profit. We've got almost the 10. There you go. Starting to drop. Broken the low. All right, so we're running about 12 pip profit. I would like to secure prior to session open. So stop loss, could just adjust it to, I can actually, let me send it into members group later. Very late to profit today. Mate, you get the same treatment everyone else does who makes that comment. I'm sorry, mate, but that's how I roll. I'm here asking people to send you financial message if they want financial advice, then bye to you, not to be seen again. Vanguard going down to 33.16. We'll see. Oops, that's not live chart. So I wanted to drop more. We're running 13 pips, guys. We wanted to drop more though. Ahmed, I'm currently in a sell. Partial off, curious how the futures Forex chart stay roughly in sync? Not always. Not too short, to be honest. The futures markets, I think bigger markets. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie to you. Day quick sell, long term buy. Yeah, I totally agree with that idea, to be honest. Long term, I'm very, very bullish on gold. I was starting to done some crazy stuff in the lab. 7% is not it. No, it's the same as me. Crazy Pawan. safely in profit. So you be at break even, to be honest. But again, I'm just leaving it to do its thing a bit more. Gold Sniper, monthly sub. So the business can start. Should be in the free community section. Where is it? Excuse me, my guys. Just shift you across. Just here. So scroll down. Right. Drop here would be really, really nice. You're watching the hourly flyer, Gold Sniper. Time frame's the M15. So I'm watching the time because I want to be safely well in profit prior to London Open. Partial off? Yeah, sorry mate. I'm just not gonna fabricate a story that I don't know anything about. Right, 13 pips, let's see, drop a bit more. I secure now, I take a win. Not a big one, but still it's a half decent win because I went to the normal lot size on this. So I'm going to close the majority and just leave a small runner. So I'm in profit on this trade. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have a tiny runner left for the open, just in case it does drop and then it could be of significance. So I've closed a little bit more partials. The trade is now in profit and I'm at break even. That's how I'm going to go about it. I think it's the best way to go about with London Open. I mean, could take me out prior to it. That's all good if it does. And then drops. Is what it is. This is how I'm chosen to go about it. That's something I would suggest to all of you. Have a plan and stick to it. Don't deviate from it in FOMO. Adrian, no idea. It's not investment advice, and I have no idea when it comes to equities. Actually, there was one particular thing I mentioned to my team a while back. I've not even checked it for ages, but don't want to check it on stream. Curious to see what it is at the minute. Go on. The pips, well, on my MetaTrader, with Magic Keys, pops up. I actually got a pip counter, tells me how many pips in profit. Elliot, in the patient, not sure what you mean by that. Anyway. Guys, 250 of you on TikTok stream. Thank you to new followers. Once again, feel free to ask questions. Let's just enjoy each other's company. I'm quick to ban people and kick people out. You're gonna be stupid. Just how I roll. Move stuff around. That's how we are, us Aussie boys. No stuffing around. Do trade full time, make decent bank, roll them down. Yeah, I would argue it's full time, but it's not. I've got income on the side. Uzi, thank you once again, mate. Appreciate it. But I do trade the same session basically each day. There'll be occasional time where I take a few days off, but for the most part, I trade the exact same session all the time. Trade. Well, to be honest, off late, we haven't actually been trading. I've been backtesting during the particular entry based on the 4 hour time frame that, on the high time frame that I've been working on. But those sessions are unbelievable. They're really good. I think all the guys who join really enjoy it. Jeez, my body did so early, got cooked. Yeah, it happens, mate. It happens. I'm still running, again, a very, very tiny position on a trade that I'm actually working on. Gathering data on. But that's very insignificant. It's like less than a quarter of a normal position. Elliot, your strategy is very good. Be patient and Patience is enormous in trading. All right, are we going to be kept in? So again, the trade, I've secured some profit on this trade. But now we'll see if it remains in the position prior to London Open, or if it takes me out. Either way, I'm accepting of the result. Position, I do have a VIP, and it's more than affordable with a full course, which needs to be updated and will be. I've saved the screenshots, guys, by the way, to my team. That will be added to it. Bro, at Ghana market, you teach me, I'm a beginner. Just you'll learn a lot from watching the streams, and if you want to know more, again, the link is in on my profile. Gymnasium, what strategy? So strategy is basically profile, analyze, confirm trade, and I look for price action catalysts, signals within price action to take my entries. It's been 8 years of pretty much blood, sweat, and tears. It's a way to put it. You go through the full cycle as a trader, especially the early stages, the first 3 years or so.
Right, boy.
Brennan, win rate is 80. It's literally, will be just above 80 now because of that trade. Bro, Ghana market, yeah. Again, you need to be patient with it. Look, if you think you're going to come into trading and just flip accounts and make big whack, it's not easy. You might find that you get quite disappointed. Looks like I might be taken out shortly. Still in, just almost got taken out. Elliot, yeah, I've had a bad experience with one. Again, I've mentioned it many times. I've had a big account, cost me about 6k Aussie, a 300k account. Had it all passed, had it ready for a payout, and then some bullshit rule came in. Okay, so I just been, oh no, I'm still just in. Thought I was out. Ever so close, once again, lit up. Yeah, back and forth with them about it. At the end, you're never going to win. You're never going to be able to change their what they decide to do. So they said I breached the account, which was absolute crock of shit. Yeah, and still to this day, the particular rule they said I breached is still not in their list of rules. So they just don't want to pay out, especially on the big accounts. Elliot, yep, it's not good at all. George, Paps, 97, is trading like buying crypto coins? No, that's more long-term plays, I suppose. Although you can trade crypto. Praise of Palan, mate. I've made a profit from this trade, so irrespective of what you think, brother, stop loss did not get hit. I love it when people come on, you're gonna lose. Stop loss is gonna get hit. You don't know what you're doing. Look what happened, mate. Made a profit. Why do I give a shit what you think? Trade delicious. Yeah, it's been tricky, but we managed to take a trade just here. Managed to secure some profit. I'm still just in it. I'm lucky. We've got session open upon us, so what I need is for it to just melt. Because otherwise it's going to create up a week, take me out, and then maybe melt. Or it could just pop up. So for the buyers, we need to be above. And the good thing now is we're triggering sellers. So it's not like it's come from the support here. Straight bullish. Come on, don't tag me out just now. Again, it's getting close to potentially taking me out. Already in a sell. Oh, that's likely going to get taken out at a very small profit. Stop loss, I'm at entry now. Stop loss is at the entry. Yeah, it's popping up. It's getting close to triggering my stop loss. Oh, spared for the time being with flipping. Let it rain. Jordan, this is so right now it's the 15. Gold Sniper, exactly. I'm not sure. I think our brother there is maybe seeing things, or maybe maybe had something too much to smoke this morning, or the wrong tablets. Alright, I'm about to be done though. Yeah, I'm out. Alright, so the rest of it's been taken out break even. So just a really small win, but still a win's a win, so we're good with that. So position closed, and it still could drop, guys. Alright, so I'm not going to take a re-entry on this. I'm going to leave it be. So closed partials in a drawdown and closed partials in about, I think it was around 15 pip profit. I got to look into it after. So partials at -7, partials at around +15, and now the tiny position I had left has been taken out, but the trade closes in a profit. So nicely done. Crazy, yes, it's done now. But either way, secure profit, my friend. So irrespective of what you think, it was still wrong. I'm not sure. I mean, again, unfortunately, I don't have a crystal ball to predict. So we're popping back below the Asian session lows, high, sorry, here as well. I really like it to the upside now. If it does wipe out these sellers, so if it traps these sellers, I was one of them just shortly, just previously, sorry. If it now traps the sellers and begins to pop above this resistance, then I'm trusting the buyers more. Then I feel we may have the necessary liquidity to make another push to the upside. Within the daily as well, the daily's forming quite a strong bullish candle. So the daily structure, within this daily candle, our structure is bullish. The 15-minute time frame itself is bullish either way. So we'll soon see, but it could still reject. Wouldn't necessarily be the worst entry, to be honest, to the downside. If this candle closed maybe on the 5-minute below, you'll have added confluence as the 15, lower high, lower low, rejecting this resistance again. So that's if anyone is perhaps considering a re-entry. But I'm going to, again, just going to leave it be at that small win for the time being. But that's what you could possibly be in a trade just now again. But yeah, I'm not doing it. My original position from earlier is back in profit too. Yeah, so that's pushing nicely. Yeah, so I'm back in profit on the trade I mentioned I was in right at the beginning. But that's, yeah, it's very insignificant trade position size, so it's just testing something. I'm not even, it's not about the profit, to be honest, just testing to see if it works or not. That particular entry, basically this would be the first target. Can we sell from that zone, Arisa? Can we? What, from, you mean from this resistance or from this support? I won't be selling it at the support. No chance. Below it, potentially. Gold Sniper. Yeah, I mean, it's popping back up now. But again, I was happy with the management on that particular trade. Because it could have easily gone against me. I mean, I had reason to actually begin to manage it. So did so accordingly. And it's a small win. All good, Franco. If you're on YouTube still, not a problem, mate. look forward to it. And cheers, my friend. Gold Sniper not trapping me $20 move before, am I? Yeah, it would be nice if this thing drops, to be honest. Gold Sniper, it is. It's part of streaming. People get a thrill off the fact if you lose. They love it because obviously all the trolls are about. It's all part of it though. You need to obviously accept it if you are stream. But still, for me, I want to see everyone profitable. In all honesty, if you're a decent person, you're good to me. If you're in a buy, I'm in a sell. I'd want to win, of course, but you know, good on that person for taking win. If I took a loss on the other end, or sometimes we can both win, even being in different directions. That happens. We go one way and then the other, and we both end up being on the right side of it eventually. Gold Sniper, it is. It's just constantly be doing it of late. I mean, look at all this nasty consolidation. London yesterday on stream was just all this. Not much there at all. Yo, Gesh, good morning to you. Gold Sniper went the direction every time we trade, we would all be. Yeah, that's the thing. It's all part of it. Fortunately, don't have ears on the wall or not a fly on the wall of the big banks and that who shift the markets. So we don't know where it's going. We're just going to use our, you know, analysis, our, you know, experience. GJ, I mean, I'm not even bothering to do the analysis on it. Like, it's just terrible. This is shit house. I would not touch it at all. Stay well away when it's consolidating like this. That's just from experience. From years and years of watching this thing, I know when I can just look at GJ and forget about it. Generally speaking, it's the 4 hour will give you an indication. 4 hours a bit choppy, and it's pretty much no-go zone. I would say here the 4 hours not the cleanest at all. Plus, I mean, it's at support, so that is okay as far as a potential level. You're running straight into another level just above it. But then when you look at this mess, really best to wait for it to make a clean move up to perhaps tap back into this zone and either see if it rejects or closes above, because at least you're going to flip some structure at that point as well. You're going to have structure back on your side. Cyrus, thank you for the sticker as well. Just notice that. So yeah, so at that point there, you got the structure back on your side as well. So if it does reject it, I'd be open to sells. So long as it makes a clean move up, because it's just an absolute mess. And it's probably because there was news about not long ago in the pound. Yeah, so I'd preference a clean move up. To any buys, I would want to trigger in some, again, as Fermi mentioned a few times today on gold as well, similar scenario. Trap some sellers, trigger them in, close back above, and then, in my opinion, it's a more probable result. So that's what I would look for. Continuation sells are actually not bad as well. Seems to be relatively clean. Not sure if I've got the margin though. Yeah, so that would be the other option, continuation sells, but you need to definitely wait for a closure below coming from consolidation, and never, ever, 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 ever take impulse entries from consolidation. You're asking to be wrecked, if that's the case. Trust me from experience. Been there, done it, blown accounts, doing stupid shit like that. Thinking, right, we're pumping, I'm buying it. Drops all the way back down. Used to do it all the time. You get excited, you see candle printing strong in one direction, all of a sudden it shits the bed or whatever. It's experience. You guessed yesterday you had a good day. Sell from 44 to 26 from London to early. Nice one, brother. Good work. Always happy to hear people doing well. Gold stuff, hopefully it's a buyer's trap. on gold. Yeah, I mean, again, it's quite bullish within the daily candle. Which app user? So this is TradingView to China. Medicine equipment, just PC, multiple monitors. I'm not sure what the graphics card. I know it's a pretty good graphics card. ASUS GeForce RTX. I have no idea what model number and that. It's about 2 years old. This computer. It's a cracking computer to read. I tell you, cost me a fair bit at the time. Once again, guys, just be careful. If someone from the chat saying too early, too late, do this, do that. Be careful. Follow your plan. Busy once again. I'm not sure if I said thank you for recent stickers, but if not, I appreciate it. 1 minute? No, not the 1 minute. Thank you for sharing the live, by the way. Dude, that's the letter I. Bearded Z. Bit long at 66 a while back. I think it's the right call. Again, you can't trade on hope. You need, again, have a plan, trade management plan. And if you're happy to just let it go to full stop loss, assuming you have one, I hope you have one. Otherwise, look, if you're happy to blow your account, I suppose that's your stop loss. But yeah, just have to wait and see. Rob, what indicator use? So this is the Asian range indicator. Just lets me know. Now, it's a bit subjective because everyone will have that level marked in the time different. I choose to have it set for the Japanese Open until the EU Open, and that just shows me what's happened within that the Asian session. Where's my other one gone? Little daily candle print. It's removed. I must have accidentally removed it. I'll have to add it again. Normally I have another one here which just shows the daily candle printing beside the actual chart itself, so I know sort of if we're bullish, bearish, and whereabouts we are again within it. Dollar Snipe, yeah, Dollar Snipe's correct. As far as entries, to determine entry, it's pure price action. Yeah, so Rob, that's what I use. So it's the Asian range, Nico 94, 8D, whatever you guys are saying that. But you adjust it according to, you know, what you determine to be, because technically Asian session is still open. All right, could there be gold advised? Want to be above it, want to close above it in the next minute. Stop loss could be an issue. Is London first 15 minutes as well. Definitely want to be above. Till we close above it, I will not consider the option to buy it. I'm just waiting patiently. Do see something though on the 30 minute. Ooh, and very tempting on the 30 here. I've got a little IC candle. See it. Then your 7x leverage, TP 33.71. Alrighty. $15 or no wick. No wick, no entry. Sorry guys, that's how I roll. No wick, no entry. Because it's often, this following candle will often close back relatively strong in the opposite direction. Not always, but a lot of the time it does. So off the back of that, need to wait. Could be now for the 30. If 30 closes above, then I'll consider it. And if the 30 closes above, I would consider the limit order buy back within this range. As for stop loss, there is not in the trade to have a stop loss. Who is Jaco? So looking for buys above, already took a very small win on a managed sell. Closed partials in a bit of a drawdown and closed the majority of the rest of it well in profit. So plan right now is just to see how price reacts to, so see if it does close above and then look for buy options. That is my plan. Dylan Diesel bad, you're gonna buy since 33.12. Alright, so trying to pop above now. Just rolling back through a chat a bit. Hybrid, do you think? Sorry, that's your name, Hybrid. Do you think there's possibility of it reaching 4-hour liquidity? There is a possible fair value. Fair value gap. I don't trade fair value gaps, mate. Not the man to ask about them. I don't know if I get it, to be honest, because I don't trade it and I've never looked into it. I think the 12-hour fair value gap is just here, between these levels. When I have that candle and a lot of this candle, if I'm not mistaken. It's pushing through that. But again, I'm not gonna lie, I don't trade fair value up, so I don't know. I've never ever looked into it. Could S or B? Potentially B, but need to wait 11 minutes. Already taken an S, a small win on the S, and now maybe getting involved in a B. I'm real shorts, as long as 33.26 is resistance, look for choppy price action with bearish bias. On 33.26, look for further upside with 35.46 as targets. Oops. Yeah, I'm waiting. Waiting for a potential limit order sell on GJ. Gold on GJ. GJ appears likely needs to wait their time because it's not doing nothing. Last night before our correction looks, yeah, it's pushing, so. Caitlin, what is the best app to start to trade? Well, TradingView, what I'm looking at now, it's for free. You can test your entries. You can use a certain amount of indicators on the free version. And obviously mark up your charts, things like that. It's got all the necessary pairs, whatever you're trading. It's crypto, commodities, Forex, equities, indices, metals, so on and so forth. Just got to know what the ticker symbol is. And otherwise, check out this particular. I'm going to type in the chat for you so I don't get banned. And that's also for free. It will teach you a fair bit just about the basics now. Madam Stace, what do you think when enter a trade? Yeah, I'm waiting for this 8 minutes and 45 seconds for this count to close and potentially get buy the following candle. What do I look for when enter a trade? Price action catalyst. So this particular potential buyer entry will be off the back of, first of all, you're breaking through a 15-minute level of resistance. Be closing above it. You've got the little IC candle here, the interruption, the pause candle, and that could be a potential level where I'd look to take buy entry if price does actually pull back to tap into the high of that bearish candle. But I want it to significantly engulf, and I want it to start popping back down now and closing just above it. Still, some of the guys still would take it. I prefer when it's convincingly engulfed, and in this case, if it actually closes above the resistance, that would be enough for me. The other option could be the continuation. So you got engulfing, closing above the resistance, lower wick, bouncing off that level. Good chance it will brace the high, maybe push further. Looking at different time frames here. 4 hour could just be pulling back again, as Golf Sniper mentioned. 4 hour may just be pulling back in the minute to grab some more liquidity to continue the downward momentum. So again, have a plan, follow the plan, stick to the plan, don't deviate. I've done it, I do it, I've done it on stream, and sometimes it works, sometimes you get wrecked. But for the most part, I deviate because I picked up on another signal within it. So irrespective of the analysis, I've picked up on something which I may have overlooked initially. Once again, thank you to new followers. Make sure to follow TikTok and make sure at some point you guys jump across to the YouTube channel. Reason being is yesterday, I don't know for what reason I was banned, but I had my appeal approved. So it's very tricky for me to stream on TikTok. Make sure to jump across to YouTube stream. It's a better screen. You get the full layout, you get all the numbers, you get everything. So you don't have to ask me what level we're at if you occasionally get that question. So yeah, make sure it's the exact same profile. You can't miss it. Just type in my profile name and it should pop up. Trapped in Chica. You're in a sell? No, was in a sell for a small win. Now looking for potential buy options. Mikai is day trading good? I prefer it as opposed to holding trades for a longer period of time. That didn't suit my personality, my character. I became frustrated, more emotional when I was a swing trader as well. Thank you to New Sub. Good to see some of you may have jumped across. Let's see, guys. Let's try and get that YouTube stream numbers up there. Let's pump the YouTube. Unreal, yes, there is big news. FOMC. Along with NFP, probably the biggest news on the news calendar. Except for when Trump decides he wants to blow someone up, blow up, drop bombs on someone, maybe that will also do it. But yeah, pretty much you got the big news today. Humble, I know. Yeah, I got a strike, but my appeal was approved. Express Limited, no, not at the moment. I already took one sell again for a small win. I'm patiently waiting 4.5 minutes to see if this candle can close above. For the flip side, for a potential buy. Corey, is it going to be bullish trade today? Possibly, but again, need the confirmation that I want to see. Stevie, don't have a crystal ball. We close above, I do believe then at that point there would be a higher probability of us continuing bullish before we potentially drop. Remembering structure on a higher time frame, the 4 hour is technically bearish. We'd be just pulling back within that. Do have daily counter probabilities to the downside. But again, just be making a bit of a pullback to grab some more liquidity. Do have the weekly counter probabilities to the downside. So once again, that could just be pulling back within itself to grab some more liquidity in order to attack the lows again. But we'll see. No one can confirm that until after the fact. I wish I could, because then absolute multi. Bit of Z wouldn't go bullish unless you see something show a break of structure, because we are very bearish. Well, the 15-minute time frame structure is bullish. But again, I've got a plan, and I'm just sticking to my plan, irrespective of what others think. Best way you go about trading. Follow someone you like. Follow a plan that resonates with you. A particular strategy or edge, way of going about and now analyzing and taking entries. Give it a crack for a good few months before you dismiss it. Don't flip because you flip, to another streamer and this guy's taking a buy, one's taking a sell. Just follow your plan, trust me. More than happy for you guys to follow along, and if you believe in the entry, take it at the same time. But if someone is saying, I wouldn't do this because it's bearish or whatever, don't let it influence you. If your plan is telling you to buy it, do what your plan suggests. Roll off gray, close above blue square there, then it's a buy. Yeah, that's where I want it to be above on this particular M30. See, now the 15's rejecting, then again, this is just following simple rules. Because of this potential confirmation next minute and 30 on seconds, I would then, if it was to close like so, what I would require before considering any buy option would be very simply this, and there's no emotion attached whatsoever. It's either yes or no. So we close pretty much at the high, preferably engulfing, but very, very close if not to the high. Bouncing off this resistance into clean traffic to the left. That would be my next potential confirmation. There would be no impulse entry because technically we've closed still below the high of the resistance. 30 minutes not going to look very favorable as well. Let's quickly check it. 30 minutes going to show a bit of weakness, long upper wick. So for me to trust it again, that's what I need to see. 15-minute reset. Again, trap those sellers, close above, and then I believe there's a high probability we're potentially pushing bullish. So once again, that's just having a plan, having some rules that I know work for me. It's all documented in my course. Once again, that will be updated shortly. And what it does is just take emotion out of trade. Yes or no? And then the data suggests that it's going to win 80% of the time roughly. So off the back of that, trust the entry.